Hey guys, Average Gamers here, bringing you an NHL 13 online gameplay with my boy Lax Rocks. Kind of misplaced my NHL 14 game, I can't find it, so that's why I'm playing 13 here, but I think NHL 14's Xbox Live is a lot more well done. I think it's a lot better, and when I find my game, I'll definitely start making videos from that too. But for now, I gotta stick with NHL 13, that's just what I got. So I decided to skip the first period, nothing much happened, it was just kind of back and forth play, a lot of shots, but nothing went in. So here we are, kind of a little bit into the second period. I'm on a 5-on-3 power play, use it with the New York Rangers. Lax Rocks is using the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, well, on my 5-on-3 power play, he's had 2 breakaways already. And he just scored on a penalty shot I gave him. So, you know, back and forth play, I was playing pretty well 5-on-5. Suddenly I get the big advantage, and I don't know, I started playing too aggressive, and he started taking advantage, I guess. So, you know, good to him, good plays, but I want to kind of use this video to talk about my concerns and why I'm not the biggest fan of NHL online compared to NHL playing, so, you know, someone else on the same Xbox. And that's because online, I think the makers of NHL, EA, I think they tried to make it too much of a realistic game. I mean, here is another breakaway. Back to the point, the game itself, you know, it's not supposed to be an exact simulation of real NHL, real hockey. I mean, it's never going to be. It's a video game. And when you're playing someone else on the same Xbox, you know, both on the same screen, it's kind of more of like an arcade type game. It's a lot more deking, a lot more hitting. Shots are more accurate, a lot more goals. I mean, right there, perfect opportunity, spun the defender, got around him, took it down right in the slot, and the wrist shot that I would normally hit is, you know, in the top corner, or at least somewhere for a goal, or at least a shot on net if the goalie saved it. In that case, you know, it missed high and wide. And that seemed to be a recurring theme I found when I was playing this game online. It was a lot of missed shots, hits even when you were lining up a player right on would often not connect, or wouldn't hit the player over, just kind of bump them. They might not lose the puck. And here I take it down the wing, and I believe this is my goal. Yeah, there we go. So Derek Brassard get me on the board, tying the game up 1-1. But I mean, I think the shot was like my 15th, 16th shot of the game, and they were all pretty good quality, except for maybe a few I just kind of threw at the net. But what I'm trying to say is I think more goals should be going in, more hitting, and less of like a kind of realistic approach to the online NHL games. And so here I'm going to skip ahead to the end of third period and kind of halfway into overtime, because the game, nothing really happens the rest of the time. It's just a lot of up and down play, a lot of shots, a lot of missed shots, a lot of wimpy hits, a lot of failed dekes and stuff like that. Stuff that I believe if we were playing on, the both of us, on one Xbox, would be working. And I think that would make the game a lot more fun. And I think that's where EA and the NHL team have gone wrong here. I think that they've started to put realism in front of overall fun and enjoyment while playing the game. And I think that's an issue, and that's something that EA has to make sure they avoid. Because if they start trying to make the game too realistic, then, I mean, it's going to end up kind of how Live is now, where, you know, the worst player can end up winning the game a lot. And I've played a lot of Live games, and I know that a lot of times I'm dominating play, or the other player's dominating play against me. And sometimes I'll pull out the win in that situation, or they'll pull out the win, and I just think that 9 times out of 10 the better player should win. I'm not saying the better player should win every time, but at least the majority of the time. When it's only about half, you know, 50-50, I think that that's an issue. And I think that NHL needs to make sure it's not putting realism as its top priority. I think that overall fun and enjoyment while playing the game should at least be up there on on the list of priorities. I mean, like a shootout is almost the most fair way to finish a game in NHL Live, just because it's so incredibly hard to score in the regular play. So here my controller kind of disconnects by accident, running out of battery right as I'm starting my shootout. Pretty bad timing. So I'm expecting my buddy here to, just kind of skate it in, not score, and he shoots and scores. So he takes the 1-0 lead, and I start yelling at him in my headset. I'm pretty mad. I'm trying, I'm saying my controller disconnected, man. I mean, come on, give me a chance here. Like, that's not fair. So anyway, he gives me a wide open net the next shot just to kind of rectify the situation and put us on level ground. But anyway, I just thought I had to make my opinions known about NHL Online. I think that the game should make the online version more like the version that takes place when you're just playing in the game, like a Play Now or something, or even any of the game modes, like My Player mode, GM mode, any of that stuff. It's a lot more action-packed, fun to play, and less frustrating. I find that more often the better player wins in the version, in the not live version, in the on one Xbox version of the game. I think that the better player wins 9 times out of 10 in that case, and on live, the better player wins only about 5 times out of 10, at least in my experience. And I think maybe it's just the way I'm playing live, but I mean, I've played NHL a lot, and I have noticed this as a recurring theme all the way back from NHL 10, NHL 11. So I think NHL needs to, I think EA and the team that's working on NHL need to figure this out, and hopefully in the future they'll change it and make the online version of the game a lot more fun to play and a lot more fair to the team that's playing better. So thank you guys for watching. This is Average Gamers, signing out.